Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so that you never miss a video. I upload every Tuesday, or at least I try to, and I'm going to be shifting more towards uploading twice a week. Today I'll be talking about being 30 and hating my job. So make sure you stick around and watch the entire video. Okay, so first off, I'm not 30. A lot of you already know that because I've openly said that I'm 26. And I think, yeah, I openly say I'm 26. And you can also check my social media accounts and you can see what my age is. But I titled this video, I'm 30 and hate my job, because there are a lot of people in their 30s who have hit me up about not liking their job and wanting to quit. So I'm gonna make this video to kind of give you a piece of advice navigating quitting your job. So the first question I would advise you to ask yourself is there anything you enjoy about your job? I think sometimes there could be one thing that we hate about our jobs and then we're like, oh God, I want to quit, I hate it, oh my God, I don't want to be here, because that's definitely happened to me. If it's just one thing, maybe there's a solution to that rather than quitting. Maybe fixing that problem could make your job a little bit more enjoyable. I would hate to have someone quit their job and place themselves in a position of financial instability over one issue. Now, of course, if it's a multitude of things, then I 100% think that it would be best to find another job first before quitting the job that you're already in. The second question you should ask yourself is, why do you want to quit? Do you want to quit because the commute is too long? Do you want to quit because you hate the person who sits next to you? Do you want to quit because your boss micromanages you? Do you want to quit because you hate the organization as a whole? Do you want to quit to pursue other passions? Make sure you're quitting for the right reason. And I want to specifically talk about the micromanaging part. A lot of people want to end up quitting their jobs because they're being micromanaged or they just don't like the management style at all. That's a great reason to quit, because there's nothing worse than working under a manager who undermines you or doesn't respect you or doesn't give you the freedom to grow. However, try talking to the manager first. I know that's a difficult conversation. Try talking to the manager first, or talking to HR if your manager is just too difficult to work with. There could be a solution in that. How do you start that conversation with your manager? It could be something as simple as they give you a task, and as they're giving you the instructions for the task, you assure them that you're capable of doing that, and that you say, you know, trust me, trust that I'll be able to do this task to the way that you see fit. And if they're still micromanaging you throughout the process, you could ask them and say, do you mind if I ask you a question? They might say yes. Say, is there a reason you don't trust me to complete this task? And if they say, what do you mean? You can explain where you're coming from. That's just one way. And again, it depends on if your manager is competitive or not, or if they're open to hearing what you have to say. That's very important, because I know a lot of people quit for management style, and you shouldn't have to work under the conditions of a trash manager anyway. But the third question you should ask yourself, did a specific event trigger you wanting to quit? This is kind of like number one. Is there anything that you enjoy about your job? Asking yourself, is it one thing that's making me quit? Is it just one thing, or can that one thing be fixed? It would be awful for one trigger to just make you want to quit your job. But if there have been so many things and that was the thing that pushed you over the edge, 100% I understand why you would want to quit. Another question you should ask yourself, honestly and realistically, is this the right time to quit? For example, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. Employment rates are through the roof, higher than I think they've ever been before. Don't quote me, but employment rates are extremely high. Does it make sense for you to quit right now? Will you be able to financially support yourself? Remember, guys, if you quit a job, you are not eligible for unemployment. So you must have some amount of savings saved somewhere that will allow for you to get through at least 6 months, because we're not in normal unemployment conditions right now. There are a lot of people who have lost their jobs. There are a lot of organizations and companies that have closed. This should have been even number one. Is it the right time to quit? A lot of people come on here on YouTube making these videos like, if you hate your job, quit, pursue your passions, do what you want to do, you know, don't stay in a position that you don't like. That's not realistic for everybody. If you can't afford to live, you can't afford your rent, you can't afford your car payment, you can't afford to feed yourself and your family, and you want to quit your job just because of one event, it sucks. And it's horrible for our mental health, 100%. But sometimes we really have to put ourselves in the most uncomfortable situations to be comfortable. You're gonna be at this job very uncomfortable, but it provides you the comfort of having a roof over your head and food to eat. That's just me being realistic. Now, to sum up this entire video, I 100% do vouch for people pursuing their passions and doing what they love and care about. Even so, like, even as I'm making this video, I still have a full-time job to support myself. It's annoying that we have to, you know, do both things until we're able to do the one thing that we really, really enjoy, but that's honestly just how life is. You have to assess your own situation based on your circumstance. Make sure you guys leave comments down below. I want to hear about your stories, about if you're in a position that you really hate, if you really hate your job, talk about what the position is and what you're doing right now to kind of get yourself out of that situation. And if you're still struggling, make sure you visit careersavage.com. I'm always here to help. I have a multitude of services and plans that can help you in any situation. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.